Crypto Dreams.
What's up, crypto heads? John Fro here from Crypto Dreams. This is the place to be to learn about NFTs, AI, GameFi, and Web3. It's the big day, everybody. The Monad Claim Portal is live. So exciting. The biggest thing in Web3. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll be bringing you much more Monad content and Web3 content in the future. I just got finished connecting my wallets, connecting all of my socials. I'm going to be going over the eligibility protocol for the portal, why you may or may not be eligible. So to start things off here, there's a facts tab right here. So who is eligible? Individuals of all sorts are eligible, including members of the Monad community, Monad builders, on-chain users, and the broader crypto community. Eligible connections include EVM wallets, SVM wallets, X accounts, email addresses, Discord accounts, Telegram accounts, and Farcaster accounts. You can read more about eligibility criteria at this blog right here, and we are going to take an in-depth look at this blog here in just a moment. If you are having trouble connecting to the portal because everybody in Web3 is trying to connect to it right now, don't stress out about it. You have all the way till November 3rd to get on the portal and get connected. So don't worry about that. Plenty of time there. Allocations won't be revealed until November 3rd. So even if you have connected, it doesn't mean you're going to be able to look at your allocation, because you're not. It's going to be available on November 3rd. There's also early reveal that begins on October 28th. If you choose to participate, you can do this. It says it doesn't impact your airdrop allocation, so I'm gonna be really curious about how that's all gonna play out. Monad is always doing different things, changing it up, always making it exciting. So we'll see what they do with that. How do you claim on mainnet? They're going to be sent directly to your wallet when mainnet launches. So when mainnet launches, you are going to have your Mon dropped right to your wallet. But let's go ahead and move along. We are going to take a look at the blog. So Monad just released this blog today. We're going to be taking a deep look at it. I have timestamps below, so feel free to use those if you want to jump around. I'm only going to be looking at key topics and things that really jump out at me. This is a big blog, and I'm not going to read over everything. So we're going to start here with the introduction. So as Monad public mainnet approaches, the Monad Foundation is excited to announce the Monad Airdrop. This airdrop allocates tokens to 5,500 members of the Monad community, as well as to nearly 225,000 members of the wider crypto community. The Monad Airdrop is designed to make people who eat, sleep, and breathe crypto the initial stakeholders in the Monad network. So this right here is jumping out at me. So only 5,500 members of the Monad community are going to get an airdrop allocation. That is a small number compared to how massive the Monad community is. So that's a small number. This number is much larger, 225,000 members of the wider crypto community, though it is still not a big number when you take in all the people that are in crypto, millions and millions and millions of crypto users out there. So we're going to see how it all plays out. Mon tokens have been allocated to recipients across 5 tracks, each with a number of sub-tracks, which are detailed below. Individuals who qualify through multiple sub-tracks are eligible to receive the combined total of the sub-track allocations. Claim portal here, make sure you're only clicking on the official Claim Portal link. I'll have it in the description below. I'll also have it on my X account, or go to the official Monad account. Be careful, everybody. Be safe. So inside the airdrop, we're going to be looking at all of these right here. So anti-SYBIL efforts. We're going to begin here. I'm not going to read over all this. I'm just going to read over this section right here. So ultimately, we selected a set of criteria that identify folks who are highly active, both on and off chain. On chain, we focused on usage of major DeFi protocols, especially usage that requires contributing capital for sustained periods of time, as well as high volume DEX traders and holders of some notable NFT collections. Off-chain, an emphasis was placed on metrics tied to verified social identifiers, participation in social and educational Web3 communities, and contributions to public goods and security research. We conducted significant manual labeling and built two apps, Monad Recognizer and Monad Cards, to give Monad and crypto community members input into the process. So yeah, the Monad Community Recognizer and Monad Cards played a big role in Monad's anti-SYBIL efforts. So not surprised that the Recognizer played a role. I figured it would. I'm also not surprised that the Monad Cards played a role. All right, so Monad Community. The Monad Community component is by far the largest component of the airdrop. Why? Because community is everything. So we're going to look at this section right here. With this principle at the forefront, the Monad community is the largest component of the Monad airdrop. Impactful long-term members of the Monad community were identified through an exhaustive manual effort, as well as through the community input via the Monad Community Recognizer and via social graph analysis. So again, the Recognizer played a big role in identifying long-term community members. So long-term community members jumps out at me, people that are known in the space and have been around a long time. They're going to be identified largely by the Recognizer here. Social distribution efforts are often haphazard and inefficient, casting a broad net to find the few contributors that matter. In the case of Monad, thousands of strong contributors with high recognizability and high overlap of social graphs meant targeting was a much more efficient and productive process. So a lot of factors have gone in here. You probably had to be real active and have a high impact to get picked up by Monad. This is what it's sounding like to me. So if you weren't out there posting often and were not recognized by the Recognizer, you might not have gotten yourself an allocation. The Monad community has had a massive impact on the trajectory of Monad. The moral support, humor, creativity, kindness, initiative, and sincerity of many outstanding individuals in the community have been genuinely motivating and energizing to everyone working on Monad or building in the Monad ecosystem. All in one. All right, so on-chain users. The Monad airdrop includes power users of major mainnet blockchains as identified by activity, on-chain, NFT ownership, and other such metrics. This category of the airdrop is allocated to EVM and Solana addresses that have historically generated significant value on-chain across several of the following prioritized value forms. So things jumping out at me here is significant traders and significant depositors. So you had to put up a significant amount of capital on Hyperliquid, Phantom Wallet, Pump Fund, Virtuals, other meme coins. You needed to be trading significant amounts of capital. So not a little bit, not a couple $100, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. Same with depositing on DeFi protocols here, Aave, Euler, Morpho, Pendle, Lighter, Curve, Pancake Swap. You get the point, but you needed to have significant capital up on these protocols. Longtime owners of various NFTs. These include Azuki, Chimpers, CryptoPunks, a lot of the big NFT collections out there, okay? And you needed to be a longtime owner to be one of these on-chain users. So recently active participants of governance DAOs of major DeFi protocols on Ethereum. So the on-chain users criteria, you needed to be a pretty prominent user in all of these categories or holder of some prominent NFTs. All right, moving along, this is where the Monad cards played a role. The Monad airdrop includes members of the broader Monad community as identified through social graph exploration, as well as efforts like the Monad Cards initiative. The guiding principle was to select for real crypto users. While it is impossible to identify every such person, filter out all farmers, bots, and avoid double counting, this airdrop was an effort to identify individuals who care deeply about crypto and make them stakeholders in the Monad network. So one particularly significant component was the Monad cards here. So Monad card played a big role into this. If you got a Monad card, hopefully you got yourself a token allocation. People who claimed Wave 2, who forgot to claim their cards, were all included in the airdrop. Also, something to mention here that Monad said multiple times was they were saving the best for last with these Monad cards. So I don't really know what that is going to entail. I even asked team members multiple times on Discord today. They would usually respond back pretty quickly. I got crickets when I asked about the Monad cards and what about the best for last. All I got was crickets. So I don't know if something else is coming here, everybody, with these Monad cards, because they said they were saving the best for last and they never did that. That never was concluded. And I know Monad is going to conclude everything they're talking about. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. So I'll keep you posted on that. Keep your eyes peeled. All right, so moving along here. This section right here is for individuals who contributed to the betterment of crypto through security research. So if you contributed in any way in this, you may be eligible. Monad builders, I had no doubt that they would be rewarding Monad builders. There's so many great builders on Monad. I'm not going to read over all this, but if you were a builder on Monad, likely you're getting yourself a token allocation. So conclusion, this concludes a significant effort by the quant and engineering teams at the Monad Foundation to identify as many individuals as possible who are deserving stakeholders in the Monad network. As part of this effort, we combed through tons of on and off-chain data, and we also built new experiences like the Monad Community Recognizer and Monad cards to democratize inputs. So again, mentioned so many times throughout this blog, the Recognizer and the Monad cards. It is likely that we still miss many deserving individuals. It is impossible to identify everyone, and we applaud your decision and passion. To those we missed, we're sorry, but there are more exciting things in store. We invite you to join us on Monad Public Mainnet soon. So that's it, everyone. That's what I got for you today. I will be keeping you posted in the future on what's going on with the claim portal. If any new news comes out, be sure to subscribe. I hope this episode helped you out. Until next time, I wish you health and wealth. I'm out of here.